Archaeologists, theologians, historical scholars, and general religious freaks have eagerly awaited the writings found on a stone near Mount Ararat. What follows is an exact translation, plus or minus 20% for accuracy, of some strange biblical language into Hebrew, then into Turkish, then into Greek, just for fun, and finally into English. The stone tablet's heading, which was found to use the traditional Times New Roman font in bold, reads, Morality laws for wild animals aboard Noah's Ark. AKA, how to survive 40 days and 40 nights without incurring the wrath of God. Beast of Ark, it is my God-given privilege that the Lord hath said that I, Noah, am a righteous man. The Lord hath instructed me to shelter you, the clean and unclean animals, aboard my ark during this time of the great flood. He has sent these waters to wash clear the earth of the wicked and wild ways of man. He has spared us from death. But between you and me, big guy's been known to change his mind. Let's not incur the wrath of God by repeating the wicked and wild ways of the humans that are now in the midst of drowning. Now, I have thus reinterpreted God's laws for humans, for you, wild beasts of mine ark. Rule number 1, violence. God had said to the humans, Thou shalt not kill. Well, I, Noah, say it to you the same thing. Do not thou kill other ark residents. There's only one pair of each species on board. God will know if someone's missing. Oh, and that brings me to another thing. Also included under the violence heading is a phrase I'd like you all to remember, especially at feeding time. Do not bite the hand that feeds you. Here's some food for thought. If you bite my hand, who's going to shovel your crap overboard the next morning? Now that brings us thus to our second rule, cleanliness. God was displeased by the humans' unclean thoughts, worshiping other idols, coveting their neighbors' spouses. I, Noah, am more concerned with your literal cleanliness. Now, to our Athenian members, the clean drinking water is not a bird bath. And to the rest of you beasts, when using the shower stalls, please remember to use a hair trap, regardless of whether or not you're in the midst of shedding. We want to keep drains clog-free for the remainder of our time on board. Rule number 3, theft. God was aggrieved by the thievery of the humans. And by the same token, Noah will be aggrieved by any thievery aboard the ark, be the victim of another wild beast or Noah himself. To our elephants, the peanuts on board are not yours for the taking. And most importantly, Noah's wine is for Noah's imbibing only. Some nights, when I have that nightcap and I'm wearing my house slippers, it's the only thing that gets me through shoveling your crap, feeding your endless stomachs, and cleaning your stinky rumps. Also, please note, it's not humorous to hide your feces in Noah's house slippers. God wouldn't think it was funny, and neither do I. Rule number 4, sexual immorality. The Lord was displeased by the humans' lasciviousness. Everyone was having sex with everybody else. Man, I heard those were some good times. Oh, anyway. As I was saying, aboard the Ark, there will be no interspecies mating. Now, we have horses aboard, and we have zebras aboard. If we disembark this Ark with a Zorse, somebody's going to be in trouble. I would also like to take this time to squelch a rumor that our grain stocks have been supplemented with genetically modified seed. Well, this is completely false. We are a bio-friendly, self-sustaining, non-smoking, floating vehicle where this is not allowed. Which reminds me, tampering with the smoke detectors is not allowed and is not welcome. If this continues, the giraffes will be put on continual monitoring. Now, I have been accused of species profiling. Well, let's face it, the giraffes are the only ones that can reach the smoke detectors. And everybody knows that giraffes are nicotine junkies. A friendly reminder to our nocturnal guest. Please respect the quiet hours between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. No cackling, crowing, mooing, meowing, or neighing will be allowed. This restriction also includes late-night tweeting. And lastly, regardless of how hilarious we find it, cow tipping is strictly prohibited. Woo!